Alright everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So we're going to get caught up on some more Shonen Jump stuff today, as well as we'll get a couple of read-throughs knocked out this weekend as well. A couple of house cleaning items before we get into the content proper. So next week on I'll be going on vacation for a little bit. So this will be the last weekend of videos before I come back from that. So expect all of this stuff to resume mid-November, so like November 15th-ish. That long weekend, but that weekend expected to come back to kind of regular weekly reaction review stuff again. So just want to let you know that. So today I'll get caught up with Kaiju and Akane Banashi chapters. I don't think a new Spy Family's dropped yet. I think one might be dropping tomorrow, but we'll get around to that, the next Akane Banashi tomorrow. Apart from that, we've got read-throughs for Bride's Story, and then we'll do the next volume of Battle Angel Alita as well. Because I think I covered both of the unit volumes that are out currently last week. So I'll go back into the regular rotation cycle again. With all that said, I'm going to get into Kaiju and Akane in just a minute here. But like always, if you like this content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I've got my tablet with me this time so I can show off any panels and stuff if I need to. It doesn't have as much charge as I'd like, but we should be able to get through without any issues. So without further ado, let us get into it. Kaiju No. 8, Chapter 116 by Naoya Matsumoto. With translation by David Evelyn and new lettering. Someone's taken over from, I think was it Brandon Bovio was doing it? Yes, we have lettering by Annalise Ace Christman. So we have pick up with the 4 years ago, 1st and 3rd Division joint training. So you see Hoshina just practicing like martial arts move on a punching bag of some kind, or like a little training mat. And you see Narumi just side-eyeing him going, "From the moment I met him, I never liked him." He's like, he has the type of face that I hate, like looks just like him. He's thinking of the older brother with like the long ponytail. He's like a rank and file officer from the 3rd Division, huh? And then you see him use like his little kaiju inside eyes to like check out all his like muscles and everything. So I assume he sees that he's got like his little aura streaming off of him. And he's like, he has a refined signal stream, not rank and file level at all. And he's later, as he's like just hanging out with all the other recruits, he goes, "Hey you." I'm sorry. I just love Narumi's like, sorry, hold on. That's not what I want to do. Just love Narumi's, sorry, I know there's a little bit of glare on it, but I just love Narumi's like dopey ass looking squad behind him. He's like, "Come to the 1st Division." He's like, "The 3rd Division doesn't deserve you. I give you permission to use your talents in the strongest division as the arms and legs of yours truly." And he's like, "Me? In the 1st Division?" And he's like, "I'll pass. I've already decided who I'm going to be following." He's like, "Okay then." He's like, "I was so angry at you for turning down my offer." He's like, "See you around." And then his Narumi's little flunkies are like, "Huh? He turned him down? Seriously?" He's like, "Captain?" He's like, "Yeah, well, this is embarrassing, and after you gathering all of us together." He's like, "But he then went on to serve as the right-hand man of the 3rd Division captain." And you see Narumi just freaking out as they rips the report in half with the, "Why did he pick Ashiro?" He's like, "In a tasteless turn of events, he beat every single one of my close quarters combat records." And you see on the present, he's like, as you see Hoshina running around going, "Do try." Is that Hoshina or is that Narumi? Oh yes, Hoshina saying, "Do try not to hold me back, Captain Narumi." He's like, "Yeah, I really dislike this guy." And you have a hit. "It's Narumi. Narumi's here. Everything's gonna be all right." And you see the Dai Kaiju sending out like one of its other blasts again towards him. And he looks over to the side where it's just like dodge out of the way. And he's like, "I can see it all." He's like, "Hey, bowl cut. I'm gonna cut him down, and maybe you too in the process." And he's like, "Don't worry, I'll dodge it." And you see them both just like trying to pincer style rush towards it. You have squadron style gun sword technique number 2. Slash salvos, you have just like a bunch of explosions getting let off. And you have when a captain class officer engages in combat at full release, the area is designated as a danger zone to officers with an unleashed combat power under 60%. The captain class officer's combat power reaches the level of a Dai Kaiju, capable of engulfing other officers and killing them. That applies even more with Captain Narumi, who turns into Kaiju No. 1 and wields Japan's strongest combat power. There isn't an officer on Earth who could survive within a 100-meter radius of him. That's what I thought, at least. Like, despite these conditions, Vice Captain Hoshina And you see Hoshina rushing and like slash at the Daikaiju as well. So you see like Narumi and Hoshina just like coming in, like dodging out of the way, like slashing, doing like hit and run tactics. You have his freely performing moves within Narumi's domain. And you see as the Kaiju gets up behind Hoshina, he's like, "Don't duck down now, bowl cut." And you see as he dodges down, like Narumi just sends like a slash flying above him. And you see them again like dodging towards the Kaiju with, "Hoshina, who is that? He's crazy strong. Let me fight him too." That's number 10 doing that. He's like, "Quit your jabbering. That there is the one Kaiju I want to go one-on-one with the least." And Jeff, amazing, incredible. So this is a tag team of the Japan Defense Forces close quarters combat de facto top 2. And you see Hoshina just like glancing over at Kafka with, "Even if Kafka managed to survive, he's already spent. I can't let him fight anymore. Captain Narumi and I will take on this guy and slay him." He's like, "Number 6, 8-volt slasher." And it's like, you have Narumi doing 7-branch sword as they're doing another pincer attack on him. And as you do, you see number 9's eyes have all gone all like blank, as I assume he's like stopped or paused their attack. So give me a second, let me pull this up on here. Let me see if I can flip it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that is actually a pretty good panel. Yeah, sorry if I know there's a bit of glare on the thing. I'll try to fix that for next time if I can. And you see a what? And you see the Daikaiju just like ballooning out of number 9's chest. And then we kick off into like Kafka's subconsciousness with, "Damn it all, I can hear them fighting. I'm not done yet. Go back. I need to go back." And Jeff, "What you desire." He's like, "Huh? Is continuing to fight what you desire?" He's like, "Who are you?" And you see inside, like in the subconscious, Kafka's like bleeding from his eyes. He's got like this bloody chest wound. It's like, "Despite the severity of your wounds, you still desire to return to the battlefield?" He's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "No, it doesn't matter who you are. That's my desire. I don't care what happens to me. I want to join Mina and my other teammates and fight." And you see as you see the samurai like ghost guy that you saw like holding up his halberd from that flow of flashback memory he had. And he goes, "Then come, in order to form a stronger connection with us." And he's like, and you hear a bashoom as we're getting, I assume now, Kaiju number 8 flashback. So I guess quick thoughts on the chapter. I don't know. I think this is just like partly the fatigue, like having caught up with me, because Kaiju's got such an inconsistent release schedule, and because it's bi-weekly, the fact that we've got just like, have gone so long, just like fight after fight after fight, and the fact that, number 9's like motivations and everything have been kind of lackluster, combined with how quickly and efficiently the other Kaiju kind of gotten taken out, my interest has been kind of like just slowly waning, like the longer we keep like going back to this fight like over and over and over again. Because like, apart from like the art and like everything else, there isn't really anything in this fight that's kind of keeping me invested in the outcome as of now. Like, like the series is like trying to build up, like form the connections between like, like Narumi and Hoshina have a rivalry, etc., and things. And like those little moments are nice, but I don't think we've gotten enough screen time from each of them individually for me to be emotionally invested in their rivalry or their partnership to the extent I think the story requires of me to be invested in it. So kind of seeing that, like, the tag team combo tactics doesn't have the same impact as the Kafka-Mina relationship, which I think I'm more invested in as part of this series. So it's kind of like, all right, it's nice to see them, like, tag teaming the Kaiju number 9, or the Daikaiju, I guess, of the Meiki era. It's nice seeing that, but there's nothing really like meaty for me to sink my teeth into with this chapter. Apart from that, like, Kafka, like, bonding with the Kaiju was inevitable. I've theorized about like this like ages and ages and ages ago, so like it's not a surprise we're getting it now. Again, though, I wish it didn't go kind of like the stereotypically shonen route of like, when he gets knocked down, like the last critical moment, he's gonna like reach in, like get that last bit of willpower to finally kind of get back into it. like try to like form a bond with and everything else, like, and then really like come back stronger than ever and you'll be able to take out the Daikaiju. So we'll see how the flashback and stuff with this goes, but I wish there had been a little bit more setup and development done with this rather than kind of just shoehorning it into kind of like the tropey shonen, like he's going to get a power up in the middle of a battle kind of deal. But it is what it is. Hopefully the flashback stuff will be a little bit more interesting and compelling than what we've gotten so far. But yeah, well, I don't know if this was worth like the however long break waiting for Kaiju to come back, but hopefully this fight will be now over sooner rather than later. With all that said, I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I mentioned, I'll get some read-throughs and Shonen Jump stuff out this weekend. And then after that, I'll be on a brief kind of mini hiatus while I go on vacation. Once I come back, I'll kind of get back into the regular swing of things again. So look forward to that. And until next time, this is Ash. Talk to you all later.